Hello, everyone. It's 2 p.m. It's New Year's Eve. It's the 12/31/25, the last day of 2025. And I am super excited to hang out with you guys, but mostly hang out with my cousin wife. My cousin Monique Farah is here. Say hi, Mo.
Hi, everybody. I dream of the day me and Chrissy are living in a house together and sharing a lanai
Yeah,
as cousins.
absolutely. We've had so many experiences together, including one time we drove to Parowan, Utah, and actually stood in front of Mary's bed and breakfast because Monique and I, if you haven't noticed, and if you can't read the title above you, are obsessed and have been obsessed with a stupid ass show called Sister Wives for the past 45 years, but really it feels that way. And so we are here to talk to you about season 20. This is technically the episodes 12 to 15, but we're just going to call it Monique and Chris Take On the Apology Tour of Kody Brown, only to the wives. And we're going to dive right in. Mel, thoughts?
Um, just real quickly, just so you guys know, nothing happened for the first 14 seasons, but we stuck
Mm-hmm.
it through. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Apology Tour, which was 100% for Kody Brown and Kody Brown only.
Mm-hmm.
He walked out to each wife and basically talked about how he was going to free them from the binds of his marriage to them. Meanwhile, they've all moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. Like Janelle is starting a flower farm. Christine is fully married.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Mary is like going on these dating events like she's getting paid to do it. You know.
Yeah. It's so funny. He has talking points that he stuck to, and everything he says to them is exactly what he feels, which he just keeps saying to everyone, I want to free you from this, or I want to make sure that you can move on. I want to stop the anger. That's literally all the things you have to do. That's it's, but he really took the responsibility that he has the power to free these women, and they're all just worrying, waiting for him to get like his shit together to do this. It's as necessary as, I guess, the world tour that Justin Timberlake went on.
Ah! I think I can't. Those are both not necessary. But I will say it really felt like Robin said to him, look, this is what the people in the comments are saying. I need you to go out there and apologize to these women wholeheartedly, like it's your idea and not mine. And then my favorite part about it is when they ask Robin after Janelle, like in a weird way, goes back in her head, like, could I be with Kody again? Which is so freaking weird to
Hate her.
me.
Hate that for her.
Like, you really are fine with a loveless marriage. Anyways, when they ask Robin, what would you do if one of the wives comes back? And her face, the horror that hit her face, as if like, and then she knew what was happening. She knew she was malfunctioning and that she was doing it on camera. So she turned around and was like, you gave me hope. You just gave me hope that might happen. It's like hope bullshit. You wanted to kick all of these wives out now that your kids are older and they're not going to raise them for you. You
Mm-hmm.
want, women to raise your kids for you. Yes.
Yeah, and she wants dolls so that she can just go hang with them. Like, there's so many Robin moments of the season, that like her gripping her like under chin skin is like sat with me. Mostly my favorite Robin moment is, do I still have it? Yes. When she just was like, I just kept going out there to Coyote Pass and putting my good energy, and her in this sepia tone with this hat running through the fucking fields like a fucking broke down Maria in Sound of Music. I mean, putting whatever bad vibes she has, whoever stank, into that Coyote Pass. I mean, she cursed that land for the next 100 years. Oh, my me.
I'm obsessed with everything that you just said. And too, I'm going to mute while you're talking in case my dogs are crazy in the background, just for everybody so you don't hear it. But that Robin is a caricature of herself at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can pick up on Janelle. Let's start with Janelle's apology tour. So,
Yeah.
like, we all know what's happening is Kody has been an asshole. Wives left him because Monique gave me this beautiful shirt.
Oh
So let
my
me
God.
just show it off.
I forgot you're wearing
It
it.
is, of course, when Robin superimposed a young Kody upon her children, who, of course, legally adopted them, when he did not know these people at this time, and none of these people came from this man. But okay. And then, of course, on the back is the tried and true Codyism. But we learn from these apology tour that Kody just says shit that means absolutely fucking nothing. And it's not just me that obviously thinks that, God bless. And one other thing he always said was, love should be multiplied, not divided. I can't know if I showed you that very well. But he definitely divided that fucking family.
Coyote Pass, unless you're talking about Coyote Pass. Then it should just be singularly Robin and him, and maybe Janelle, because he knows that she can work the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He keeps reiterating on this tour about how Janelle was going to fuck all of them and just sell it out from under them. But Robin made him do it, made him stick it out. And it's like Robin's doing
his
all the
young,
work.
pretty wife that has a conscience and a direct line to God to keep him in line. I know. Okay, so we're going to stick it with Janelle. So he starts with Janelle because she's the easiest one. Now, we didn't know exactly how hard she would roll over. I mean, my Jesus Christ, because I saw her hating him and her not thinking that he was shit. And then obviously all her kids hate him and there was a huge fucking tragedy. So and Maddie hates his guts. So at this point I was like, Janelle, you hate this man. But you brought up a great point, which is that during the moment before this, that precedes the apology tour, which is like Coyote Pass sale, we were watching this together and we had to rewind this part because, again, it was confusing. The way Kody set it up was that somehow during the Coyote Passness, it illumified, is that the word? The business relationship and understanding that Kody and Janelle always had, which is that she's smart, he trusts her, and that she kind of was like, well, one thing that you can do is you can always just kind of fuck over Mary and not do anything she needs to do because you have the power to do that. So that's always in your corner. And we were like, wait, is she saying that like this is an actual option? Or is she just being like, well, you can because I didn't know if it was like, well, you could do that because unfortunately you're the man and you have it in your name and it's upon you to make that choice. I couldn't tell if she was guilting him or being like,
she is shrewd as shrewd can be when it comes to business. And I feel like she would have still given Mary her part, but she was like, I can't wait for Mary to accept the terms. We can just sell it out from under her and deal with that later. I feel like she would still be fair to Mary, but she's just like, I'm not losing this buyer.
Yeah.
And Mary luckily saw the writing on the wall and was like, I will get nothing unless I just hurry up and do this. I think that's kind of what happened.
But she somehow didn't have to sign the NDA. So like whatever she was holding over their heads, she didn't have to do an extra step of signing an NDA. And she got her share.
Yeah, that was what is contingent on. I don't know what he was trying to have them hide. Like, I don't know what he was embarrassed about. Like, but at the end of the day, they do a tell-all, and she hasn't said anything relevant or different about their relationship in the past season.
Yeah, it's very except the when they meet, she hates his fucking guts. But we'll get to Mary. So, he meets Janelle first. He comes, to North Carolina. They go to like a cute place, and he is like, I want to apologize, Janelle, for saying I never loved you. And then she's like, oh, Kody, I know you loved me. You can't tell me you didn't love me. I knew that when you were fucking face deep in my big ass titties that you love them big ass titties. What?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like she always reiterated that the sex wasn't like a problem for them. But I also was like, is it because you don't like it? Because she also seems asexual at the same time. So I'm split between she doesn't care or she like gets down. What do you think?
I don't know because she is very private, she doesn't even comment on things like the massages like Christine does or whatever. She only, I think, felt necessary in saying something after 17 years of people being like, does Kody and Janelle like each other? And so she was like, I just didn't show it. I mean, I don't know. This is my guess. I wish I don't have a direct line to her or to Takeda Farms. But she is like a shrewd businesswoman, like I get upset that they don't talk about the MLMs on this show because they're all of them making money for years. That is the real deal. Is like how they're all in
Oh,
plexus
no.
and lulururu and everything.
I didn't even know
Um,
until you told me that, by the way.
mhm.
Like, their businesses, like, I just thought they made money off the show and obviously not off Sister Wives Closet or whatever it is, that fucking
Surely not. Remember the gym?
oh, yeah, the gym they were gonna open, the trailer thing. Okay, wait, we gotta get on Janelle, but Janelle has made a series of not the greatest business moves as well. So she is the head business person of a household where no one is business minded.
Yeah. And her latest venture is life coaching. After this episode aired, she is now like, listen, you can talk to someone who's been through it, Janelle. Like after we watch her, go ahead.
Like, which which part though? Like, what part of life? Are we talking about polygamy? Because for sure she understands that. We're talking about dealing with like jealousy while watching your man go like downstairs with another woman. Christine, basement Christine. We found out she's the basement bitch too on this
I
episode.
know.
Really?
I
Oh wait,
know.
I'm jumping ahead. I'm sorry. I'm
No, but we did learn that. Don't worry, we'll talk about it. Yeah, this is no, I get it. Everything's everything. But yes,
yeah. And so, I mean, I love Janelle the most. I think this meeting, she feels validated. I think she feels validated. I hope she just goes off and does her flower farm. And at the end of it, even though she was like, I did kind of think about it for a second, I really think she thought in a business arrangement kind of way, not in like a loving relationship kind of way. And then she was like, nah, I just want to go to like my flower farm with like all my kids. Because, and every time they brought up kids, every one of them said, like, you should talk to your kids. He just he shut down.
shut the fuck up.
Shut down. Was like, we are not talking about that. It's like, well, we have like 1 million of them with you. Like, that's part of our relationship, is the fact that we had a brood of children. That's the right
Yeah.
term.
It's just, yeah, when you're gonna like, he's just saying words like forgiveness or, accountability or whatever. But it's like, I mean, I've never had kids with someone, but I'm assuming that a lot of that has to do with what you built and what the things that you've done. And when you've created lives and you say words like apologize or accountability, it's just a little bit like, well, it's a fucking moot point unless you're being very specific. And he is not specific in any of them. And even if he knew, like, he doesn't know what the women want him to do. He only knows what he is upset about and puts on them, So it's like what feels like what happened is that he just gave up on the entire family and was like happy to just swim on Robin Island, around Robin Island,
Yeah. Well, also you have to remember, and this is something that I always thought was fucking weird. Can I cuss on here? I can.
Yeah.
Right? I always thought it was weird. He always called them Janelle's kids, Christine's kids,
Yeah.
Robin's kids, except for they're my kids, the little kids he had with Robin.
Yes.
But he always be like Janelle's kids. It was never our kids. And I think that's strange because you are half of the DNA.
Mm-hmm.
But they are Janelle's because she's the only one taking care of them. And they are Christine's because Christine actually took care of everybody apparently while the ladies were working. And even like Mariah turned into Leon. Mariah transitioned to Leon for people who don't know. And Leon, like they're finally free and are really themselves. And it's been a beautiful journey to watch. But it took a lot because when Mariah was Mariah, they were the most like stringent Mormon there was. And now obviously they're very progressive. So a lot has happened in like 16 years. I don't know how I got on that, but you know.
You're right. Also, down the line, listen, the kids that we know of, we can like say which ones have kind of gone either right or left. Like Gwendolyn's left, like it seems like Truly's going to be a little left, and Peyton is right and Maddie's right, right of the center. We're talking.
I didn't even think about that.
So it's interesting. Peyton's a Christine child. Gwendolyn's Christine. Leon's Mariah.
And they're all anti-polygamy.
Say it again?
They're all strongly anti-polygamy now.
Yeah. Not one of, I don't think one of them has been, I mean, but listen, we also don't know some of the kids. Like, we don't know what's happening in Hunter's life right now. And I wish I did,
He's the
remember Hunter? Yeah.
He's kind of the cute one.
Yeah. Logan was cute also. Logan's cute. Yeah, Logan just like had so much on him. God bless. Logan had just had to do so much. But also I think that Leon did have to do a lot of like caretaking. And I think that, so did Maddie. I think that's why they're kind of
your mom.
What?
Imagine Mary being your mom.
There's a lot of drama between Mary, like, so supposedly the streets are saying, by streets I mean Reddit, is that, okay, Maddie had come out and said that Mary was abusive, and McKelty also like echoed that as well. Now, Robin supposedly was one of the first people early on to like let the kids know to label what Mary made them feel like or behavior as being quote unquote abusive. So Robin had like, I guess this is what Peyton had said, and this is what the streets of Reddit are. I'm regurgitating third hand knowledge, but that's like Peyton had said that Robin said that Mary's behavior was abusive. It was the first time he like put that together. And a lot of the children don't talk to Mary now. And I wonder, all of the women's relationships with each other are also interesting. Christine doesn't talk to Mary. We've already discussed Janelle and Mary's relationship. And as we talked about, like whether Janelle was going to fuck over Mary, there's a scene during these 4 apology tours that is the most interesting scene to me in these 4 episodes is the Mary Janelle conversation about the release.
Oh,
When yeah, so let me I'll get this. So Janelle, listen, she already said she rolled over and she did. It was just really sad to watch her like, "Oh my god, girl, like do you have a backbone? Like make him say something right. Like this." It's
she
like
also
she doesn't either have the emotional maturity to understand that he's a narcissist or still buys into it or like sees his side or isn't the most empathetic person or doesn't give a fuck. I can't tell which the answer is,
cocktail, probably a cocktail of all of those ingredients you just said.
Yum.
Because I feel like he is super narcissistic. So at some point you look at someone, because she even said, I don't even know who he is now. But he used to be this way. And I'm like, did he become a narcissist? Or
Yeah.
was he always, or did Robin just light his fire so much he was like, I don't give a fuck about any of these people. I actually wasn't attracted to them ever. And like she's his diesel gene model.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that in a local paper? Was that
yeah, I
what?
think it was, or I always thought it was that she had put on a pair of diesel jeans for like a fashion show at like J.C. Penney,
Yeah,
and
like one of those things. And someone took a picture.
can you talk a little louder, my love?
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
like
I can't hear you.
oh, okay. So I always thought was that like somebody took a picture of her at the mall and put that in there.
Yeah. It could have been literally out of that. I mean, she said a bunch of crazy things back in the day. People are obsessed with the fact that she said because she had a bunch of credit card debt to Victoria's Secret, and one of the reasons why she said is because like they were the only brand that could like make jeans that really fit me because I have such long legs and such a small waist.
Victoria's Secret
VS Sport.
jeans.
Okay. And that's like, and that, I mean, I'm going to talk about the Etsy bill that like, exposes the dolls. So many things with Robin. I just can't even like putting her good juju out there and Kody pass. God damn her. But okay. I want to get to this, which is true. So after Janelle rolls over, she also has the wherewithal to be like, Mary asked for a spiritual release. And so she calls Mary after supposedly trying to fuck her over. And they have a conversation where she's like, Mary, I'm a grown ass woman, but I need you to make that fucking phone call for me first. And for some reason, that statement was just so indicative of like so much of like how Janelle felt. Like whatever she feels like for Mary, she still needs Mary to help her in this huge moment where she can't call the elders of some bullshit church because it's so uncomfortable. Yet she wants this thing that she has to also pretend not to care about if they don't give, but also really hope that they give because she still buys into this really intense culture and religion, which obviously, like, you and I have like a version of that, our parents met during being the same religion and culture, hanging out at the events. Like, obviously the religion's different, but like you agree with that, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's every religion to an extent. If you're extreme in it, feels culty. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. But regardless, like we know what it's like to be growing up a certain way and then to not feel devout in that religion in the same way as we were as kids, but still the residual guilt entertains itself consistently in our behaviors. Like I still like feel guilty about everything. And I think a lot of that I attribute to Catholicism. So I can see how she'd be like, I just need this release from the church, even though haven't been there for 15 years.
God, and I need you to make the phone call for me.
Yeah, I just, Mary, this is like the one thing I've ever asked you to do really in the last 10 years since the catfish.
What did she? Yeah, I mean, the fact that Mary stayed and then Mary stayed through all the catfish. Mary stayed was like the last woman to leave when he didn't give one fuck about her. And now Mary has turned over, and now she went from like, I'll stay around to being like, you don't even want to see me. Like you rather see Christine at this point. Like I'm the last stop of the
Yeah.
tour. That's how.
And you also learned how contentious the relationship was because they talk about they just fought all the time, and Christine could hear them fight and have sex, which is hilarious and horrifying. Then you get to this thing where you're like, why does Mary have such a redeeming arc on the show? But you know for a fact in real life, nobody wants to be around her except for those three women that want to be on TV. And
Yeah.
so, which all of their friends just feel like women that want to be on TV. But regardless, like you, so you're like, well, who is Mary really? Is she the person we see on the show that you want to win? Like you want her to be able to date? She's had such a pathetic run. But like, really, is she pathetic because she's mean to everyone? Because she really didn't want to be in this life. And then she watched him have wife after wife after wife and got madder and madder and madder after she only had one kid.
Mary has anger and rage underneath a lot. And so like, and I think that that is why a lot of people react the way she does. And she doesn't see it or understand that the anger and rage is like an energy that permeates every part of her. So every reaction is immediately adversarial. And I'm not even talking about, by the way, I'm not talking about the one conversation that we're going to talk about, which is her and Kody's. I'm talking about, I think that's that she's that way with everyone and the wives and the kids this whole time. And so everyone's like
And slightly OCD and stuff. And so
controlling,
like
sad,
the
insecure.
ant they threw in the corner, like at one point, Cody's like, how about I build a barn for my stuff and you sleep in the top of it instead of getting an actual house? Remember that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Coyote
You can
Pass,
say
like
that to someone.
her. Like every wife will get a house, but why don't I save money and put a corrugated shed in
Yeah.
there, insulated, and you can sleep in the top? Like, talk about basement bitch. That's like shed bitch is way worse than being the basement wife.
I know.
But it's almost
Janelle,
like she wouldn't leave though, because like, look at them. Those three friends, all they do is laugh.
and tell Mary how funny she is.
Uh-huh.
You're so funny, Mary. Yeah, absolutely is what absolutely. Janelle's a lot of people said this, but somehow the whole experience and or dealing with Kody robbed them of their ability to have an opinion, have a voice. Janelle said that she lost her identity and she's just like surviving, I think. And I think that that's kind of like how I would say Christine felt like she, I think, lost herself. And I think that Mary now feels like a completely different person. Like she shed a snakeskin too. But after Janelle, so yeah, Janelle goes off without a hitch, you know, and they decide to like also have a little moment for Garrison. He decides to go back, and Robin comes over to the shed he's working out in now, and we get like another it's a really awkward sexual scene where he's like peacocking and showing off that he like lifts, and Robin has to be like, oh, this is my strong guy, you know.
But it's so awkward. It's like, oh, okay, when they kiss, her mouth is like this. It doesn't make a kiss. It's just like she smacked them lips against his face. And it feels like okay. It feels like he married four women who should be with other women. I feel like none of them seem attracted or interested in him at all, except for Christine.
So
Like not a one of them has ever seemed like they want to kiss him or touch him, except for Christine.
yeah, I don't know like what exactly it is, but
None, but it was dry, dry, dry in that gym. And he was covered in sweat.
yeah, when he was like, "Hey, Christine," or sorry, when he was like, "Hey, Robin, pick this up," and she's like, "Ooh," and he's like, "I picked that up like 4 times the other day." Like you're just like,
No, it's
"What?"
like, I just did 20 pull-ups with that on my back. And she's like, oh, yeah. Like, okay, he does work out. Look, he did a lot of pull-ups. Great.
Yeah,
Like, he didn't do that many pull-ups. So, like, good for him. But it's just, he needs these moments. It's like the sports car when you have 45 kids and you buy a two-seater. Fuck you.
the Lexus two-seater
Yeah, boss.
that is the other like Robin has made a lot of art for Kody over the years, like the shirt I'm wearing.
Hence. Can you stand up one more time so people really grasp back? This is a picture of her kids who Kody was not in this photo originally. She had an artist draw him into the photo of a photo that already existed because they were destined by God.
Sorry, I didn't think that. Yes, and my other favorite piece of art, if you didn't mention it, was the painting that she did of them like having like an 80s romantic moment by the white Lexus. Like for some reason,
I don't think
that's
you have to
that's
put it. I have to
I
see
don't have
that.
it. I had it before. I had to delete it because unfortunately StreamYard will only let me have so many files, and God bless, I have so much 90 Day Fiance. But yeah, like Janelle, unfortunately, as he tells Robin, like it went, okay, and then later on he's like, actually went really, really well. I like understated it, and Robin was like, oh, you're so hot, and also he's training to go to, I think, special forces. Like I think that he had, yes, he had to be
That's
like,
what that running was through the woods.
yeah. He's just like, I don't know, for no reason, just to make sure I stay in shape. And it's like, no, you're gonna be on a Fox reality show to try to extend whatever like fame you have, buddy. And you have the wherewithal that you have to work out before you be on that show. It's a physical comp beast show. I mean, and he didn't do that bad. He didn't do bad, Monique. So I guess I should give him that moment, right?
Yeah, except for yes, he didn't do that bad.
Physically.
Right? Physically, yeah, he did. Like I feel like
emotionally horrible, obviously. They tore his ass up.
But like, that's true. But like from a physical, but I don't think he feels anything except for like if he looks bad. When he isn't, you can't tell. It's hard to tell. Like when everyone left him, was he sad they left him, or was he sad that he got left on national television? Like it's hard to tell with Kody what's real and what's not.
Yeah, it's interesting because okay, so when we talk about the release, Kody has a certain like feeling about it, which is that just so it really wasn't fair for the man either. Everyone's always like, this is like Cody's viewpoint. Everyone always talks about how shitty it is for the women in polygamy, but let me fucking tell you, it's just as hard as for the man because we get to sit here, do nothing, and fuck whoever the fuck we want, and just leave kids the minute that they turn 6, like a fucking Leonardo DiCaprio that loves whatever Viking culture, but
24.
yeah.
Anyway. Yes.
So he's like, it's really hard for guys because they don't get to leave. He's like, a man can't ask for a release. And he's like, I tried. And then we were like, when'd you try? Who'd you try with? What year? How many years did you try? What'd you say to them? Because when did you try and who?
Oh, I thought he did. I believed him for some reason.
Yeah, I know, but no. Oh, I'm not saying that. I believe you too. Okay. When though? Like, was it after the catfish?
Oh God. Well, I wonder if he tried to do it after he divorced the catfish. Yeah, after he divorced Mary and then the catfish. Because he legally divorced Mary to be with Robin to adopt her kids.
Melted down that ring so that she had no claim over him. So that would be the only time in which I feel like he would have wanted maybe like a spiritual release, but he would have to inform Mary that this is happening.
Like the church would tell her, I think. Or maybe not, because I think they said like, I don't know the politics of that, but that is crazy.
I know. So we get Janelle, like obviously meeting up with her friends. One of them has passed away or whatever. And that was, God bless. Anyway, and she like tells them what Kody said, and they're all just like, well, listen, be honest, we only know you because you are higher in the chain of the MLM we are, and we have to like give 15% of our plexus to you. That's why we are like filming with you, Janelle. I'm like, we have no reason to be friends. We know that we haven't talked to you in a year, but you have literally no one. Only have one kid left that'll even be on the show, and I get it. So yeah, we'll show up. I feel like they're just having to be like, that's what you told Kody that? Wow, Janelle.
I feel like they're also shocked that for a second she would ever go back to him. Like the audiences, as was I. I was like, didn't we just do this shit for 2 seasons? Haven't we been breaking up for 2 seasons? And then you had a because he was nice to you for like half a lunch. Like that is unfortunately how a lot of people are with relationships when it was like their main relationship.
Like bread, like people respond like what to breadcrumbing and stuff like that, or like
just like any small bit of validation, like I loved you, like warm, fuzzy, like let's go back to whatever our arrangement was, but like it's still Robin's still there and she's still number one no matter what until he meets somebody perhaps younger.
I mean, God, that is the only thing that could like make me just drool at the thought of it. And it feels bad because it feels really negative. Like I want like a toxic thing to happen to people. But I mean, that is my truth.
But I think her karma is the fact that she stuck with him. It's not like she has some great prize. When the show is over, it's her and Kody. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, ugh.
And
And
she
like,
doesn't want to date online. She told us that. She thinks dating is sucks. She doesn't know how people do it.
yeah. And I think one of the big things was like, I think she really did want to be part of the family. And I think that's what a lot of the women, when they said they lost themselves, I don't know if they lost themselves to Kody or to the organism that is that family, which is just all of these sex and everyone has to be taken care of. And if you drop the ball, something gets really screwed. Like they were not wealthy. And with considering how many like mouths to feed and people going to college and like it's reality TV. You don't make that much money on reality TV. I don't even know if the kids got paid, did they?
I
Like
don't know. Mm.
I want to see a Sister Wives spinoff of just the children and what they're doing in their real lives.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see like what we're going to do after this, like if they're just going to keep following each person or if one's going to drop out, or if one's hoping that they'll take over and, I, it, it's interesting because they kind of set up Maddie as being like the new matriarch of the family where like people are going to go live there even though
Well, and
Christine is
McKelty,
renting her basement.
they're like McKelty and Maddie are like split queens in this Game of Thrones. Because
Yeah.
and I have to say, like McKelty's husband has grown on me so much since he first got here. Like he is freaking hilarious. Do you not think so, Tony?
I
Like
mean, can
I
you
was
elaborate?
I was horrified by Tony when they got married. I was horrified. I was like, this is the person she's marrying. It's like the first person she's ever dated. This is so horrifying. But all of his commentary is so funny. And he feels like the only person from the real world put into this family. So like his comments feel like, yeah, like the straight man comments that anyone would be like, what the fuck is going on here?
A
Like
street
dating.
man has something in his throat. Yeah.
Yes, there is the fact that he talks like that, which I'm also endeared to as well now.
Ah,
I
yeah.
like Tony. I do. I think.
Tony and McKelty had moved to North Carolina because of his poker career, and then I found out that poker player unfortunately passed away tragically, and he was like a poker genius. And now I think they moved to a different part of North Carolina, a different home, and now she loves that home. But yeah, Maddie and McKelty get to be together in North Carolina while like Christine is kicking it in Moab.
Moab with her husband is just like, we can't pay for all of this stuff. You know that, right? Like, I'm retired.
But she's high up in Plexus. She really is. She's getting
He
so
has
much
a
money.
shopping addiction.
Yes, you're
But
right.
what
But,
is
but not for
Plexus?
him.
Wait,
Not
what
for
is
his clothes. What?
exactly? What is
Oh,
Plexus exactly? Is it MLM?
pink drink. Yeah, it's an MLM pink drink.
Okay. And what does it do?
Oh, a list of things, Monique. Cures menopause. There's all these things. Makes you lose so much weight, like dehydrates and like, if you have any sort of anything, it just cleans it out. COVID, honey. I mean, kill it on site. Saves
It's
your
the
marriage, that
SIE.
plexus.
It's the SIE of 2025. Remember when SIE was going around for the first time as like
SAE?
yeah, as like the miracle drink. Like when it first like came to America. No, I'm being serious. And people would sell it in bottles like SIE, like, oh, you don't understand. You have to have a little shot of this like every day. Yeah. It was
No.
yes, SIE was like the first MLM. No, it really
Oh.
wasn't because it is good for you, but it was like we just go to Trader Joe's now and get it. You know what I mean?
Are you saying acai?
Yes.
Oh,
SIE.
I get it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's like an acai bowl. Yeah.
Yes. It was
Oh my
like
god, that was
the juice. And people are like, there's a miracle juice from Brazil, cures
yeah.
everything.
Yeah. It was like that, and then after that, it was like, well, have you fucking heard of goji berries?
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Goji
yeah.
berries
Goji
are the
berries was the next. Oh my God.
super food.
The goji berry. Oh my God. Which are good for you.
Yeah, but they're like hard raised. They're like I don't know. they're fine. I mean, there's worse things, there's yummier things. I want to say how much I hate. So basically, after that, he moves on to Christine. Now, when Christine's getting ready, we find out he's gone to Vegas. He gets a hotel off the strip with just the word M to like really set him up in a corporate suite. And Kody is only too happy to lick every part of this hotel's asshole to be like, what a gorgeous corporate suite. Oh, they were so nice to give us a private room for this meeting. And I'm like, well, did you tell them how many people were going to attend? Because why do they set it up like it was literally a dinner for like, family of 12? Like,
He's
this
like, I'm going to stay
hotel.
here forever every time I come. And they have their obligatory. What is the M? Is that like the Morongo? Like, what is the M?
What You're right. What is the M? It's not Monique's hotel. I would stay there,
My hotel would not look like that, and Kody would not be staying there.
Yeah, yeah.
Kody is not my hotel. Anyways, continue.
I want to check in.
Yeah. Christine. Okay, so Christine, that was the
Christine,
most awkward one of them all because she brought David. Why would you bring David to this? I don't understand. This is
because she can. I know why she did. Because she was like, oh, for the past fucking 12 years, I had to watch you and your beloved just stare me at the fucking face. And and I just had to feel alone and like be like, oh, no one loves me. And so the minute that she got one, and I'm not saying she has to, she was just like, I'll never I'll never do that again. Like, I think that she was only too happy to be like, me and my husband.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Even when she left town, it was everybody and then Robin and Kody. And it was COVID, so there was like a big separation. Do you remember that? The most awkward goodbye ever. I still have nightmares about that goodbye. So I can understand why David's there. I understand. She's just like, fuck it.
Yeah. Because, everyone is good and everyone's bad, right? Like Christine was painted as like a saint, but I'm not saying she's a saint. But Christine did have to take a full brunt of like breaking up the family and have that all be on her. And all those moments were like, I can't imagine my nervous system in those moments. So, that's probably why she literally like found a man that was like older than her. And I mean, less sophisticated, and not as rich as her.
Less sophisticated. I'd say they're like on the same plane. I'd say she's in the Moab MLM Christine world, and David is a great accompaniment to that. She's younger.
She's younger, and she's a little bit more of like, she has, I think, more things going for her at this stage. But I mean, she comes out like, so obviously there's two things. He's going to be in Vegas, and now they show us a little bit of them like setting up, and he FaceTimes Robin, who, Janelle realizes is his true love. And so he's like going to tell Robin everything because Robin's like, at first he didn't tell me anything about the wives, but now he does all the time.
Everything. He tells me everything.
I know what they feel like on the inside.
I'm winning. She's sitting there with her porcelain doll. I'm winning.
Yeah.
By the way, as someone who grew up in a house with porcelain dolls, like, they still freak me out. I think they're going to come alive at night. And just being an adult at this age and getting them, I think there is something psychological. There is some childhood trauma there.
Does your mom pet them or play with them, or do you ever watch her sit with them, or does she ever touch them even?
No, they go back under the stairs after Christmas to be in their coven until they are brought back out for the holidays to surround the New Orleans tree.
Y'all. Yeah.
It's a lot. Let's go. That's a lot to unpack there. Let's go back to Christine.
No, I need your insight. Yeah, like the porcelain dolls are a thing. And, I think they're always indicative of someone who like felt like they weren't able to like live and grow up as slowly as they would like, maybe. And so there's like, maybe they get to like have a moment where they still can.
And they're perfect. They're behind glass for her. And like their hair is perfect and like everything is in place. It's not like a doll that you like run around with and actually enjoy. It'll break. It is.
Well, you were her daughter, so were you like a little like? Did you feel like you were a little doll?
Yeah, I got dressed just like the porcelain dolls. Don't you worry.
Yeah, perfect.
Bows as big as my head. Yeah. Okay. So, Robin.
Daughters, the dolls that women get to like have in real life, and all of Robin's like asides to Brianna are so interesting. Like. A woman love a married man.
Like, want her to get married, and she wants her to experience life. and she doesn't know how to say, like, I do not want you to end up with this guy. But she doesn't. She does not.
No. She just
Or
talks
is that
about, well,
Aurora?
she knew.
Wait, which
Hmm?
one's the one who has the boyfriend, Aurora or
Brianna.
Brianna?
Brianna.
Brianna.
Or War, we haven't seen that much,
They look so
like
similar.
this season.
Yeah.
In Dayton, we haven't seen it all. But yeah, Robin's just like, I knew with your dad, not your dad. I knew with him when we were driving around and God took away my ability to talk for like 30 minutes. I couldn't talk.
I forgot about that. I just could talk and she starts crying. And I'm just thinking, like, that's you're crying for the possibilities of what you thought Kody was and the reality of who he actually is.
Yeah, like I've never in my life heard anyone falling in love that way. Like I feel like every time I've never, I can never love, but I've never been in love. But like the way that people tell me they fall in love or whatever, it's just always like it was like in this moment, or I just knew, or when I know in the first 3 seconds, or they say like something something, and I just was like this. But it's like it always almost feels like everyone falls in love and knows in an instant, and not so much that like they are overcome with an emotion and realize that upon feeling that emotion, that emotion is God telling them that this is their person to be in love with. Because sometimes the way she described it was like, so you not a panic attack? That's not what you had?
I feel like whenever you put God on something, you have to make it so much bigger than it is. Kody was probably just talking her ear off for 30 minutes and she had nothing to fucking say. And she realized the possibility of what might happen. Because at the end of the day, like we fall infatuation instantly, but I would say like love, but everyone's different, right? Would be like once you're actually like tested together in some kind of way. Like I knew when the way they were with my kids, or I knew the way they were when we were on this vacation or whatever. But again, everyone's different. I can't say. But for her, this like I thought she knew in church when her body got hit by lightning the first time she saw him and God put him there. Like I knew do you remember that
Yes.
fucking revelation?
Yeah. That's what he says. He said that they were in church, which I always think like if
He
they
said
broke
though
up.
in her book though that her body was hit by lightning.
Yeah. They
And
shared
he
a look in church, and then she cozied up with Mary.
and pretend Mary once they have said that Mary set them up so many times. In one episode, Mary finally said, I did not do that. I did not set them up. Are you kidding? Like she was just we were driving and she just happened to be at someone's house, like, and we said hi.
Yeah, because what had happened was Kody and fucking Robin, I fucked each other in the house of God under
She got her aunt to set
a fucking, yeah, under all of those elders' eyes. I fucked the shit out of each other, and he like literally like thought about putting his penis inside her, and then she was like, okay, who do I have to talk to? I know how this game works. There's the wife I have to talk to. Fuck those other two wives. I don't care. I don't have to care about them. I'll never really care about them, but I have to pretend to care about this one for like a whole last second. And she did. She knew who she had to deal with. It was Mary. She's like, Mary, hi, blink, blink. Do you have any kids you want me to take care of for like a second? Or whatever. And then like, yeah, Mary was like, oh my God, how nice. Have you met my husband? Who? You have a husband? Even though you're married, but that makes sense. You're so beautiful, Mary. Like you're like, shut up, Robin. And then yeah, she was like, well, yeah, Robin, this is my husband, Kody. Can you say that? Kody with a K? She's like, Kody. Oh, nice to meet you. You're just like, oh my God. Christine must have watched all of this and was just like, oh my God, I've been acting dumb this entire time. And I thought it'd be okay, like there'd be no ramifications. But the longer I acted dumb, the more and more they're just going to try and pull shit over my eyes. And I just can't stand it. But then she stood it for another 10 years.
I want to say, that entire reenactment is why I love being your cousin so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that is exactly what happened. She worked Mary till the very end. And the one time Mary didn't fall for it was when Mary was moving out. And Robin came crying to her and giving her that weird freaking thing she made for her. And Mary was
Frame
like,
in a bag.
and Mary's like, I don't care. That was for her. Like she's crying for her. That was the one moment where Mary didn't give a shit and finally saw Robin for who she was. But she got played from beginning to end from Robin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Christine,
Mm-hmm.
poor Christine, she was like 19. He married her because her uncle was like a church elder or something.
Elder. He's
Also, like
royalty.
cousins or something. So he's like, and the weird thing when I don't remember which wife said this in the last episode. They said, in our church, everybody is an option. And how weird is that? It's like being at one big swingers club, but you can't be a prude swingers club. Like, it's such a
Yeah.
dichotomy of like, you court for 2 weeks and then you're married, but you can't have sex or do any of these things, but you are marrying so quick that, like, how do you even know the person? And you don't. Like, it's just, it's so strange. It's so strange. But then
Yeah.
anyone could be your future husband, or anyone could be your future wife if you're single.
Yeah.
And here's the thing is, I think the fetishization of it makes it seem like it's a good deal for guys, but who in their right mind wants to pay for 20 kids and 3 households? Like, even if the wife works, like, this is still like, yeah, it's a community raising, but there's still more mouths to feed than income. Like, these people never have lavish lives. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah. But like, it's just like, no, but more angels once you die. Those, or
Eternity. Like, you're in eternity together. Yeah.
yeah, you want to
Eternity.
have a sports team. You don't want to just,
Maybe that's why she got the release. She doesn't want to spend eternity with Kody Brown. Maybe
yeah,
in the depths of Janelle, she's like, just in case this is true, just in case I'm wrong and this is right, I cannot spend eternity with that motherfucker.
I hate to say this. I think it's Robin.
Yeah, Robin definitely put.
No,
Wait,
I think Janelle. I think what I'm saying is Janelle doesn't want to spend the rest of her life in
life with
eternity
Robin.
if it's true with Robin, who is part of. Yeah, you're right. Was part of
Don't
Cody's
want to
life.
be on that planet with him.
Yeah, if for some reason, I don't know, let's just say the thing was that there was no Robin, or Robin had already left Kody or whatever, and so Kody was just existed as a single man, and but everything was still true. Like people would want the release because they could still be in heaven. Janelle would have never gotten the release. He's the father of her kids. She wouldn't need to, but she hates Robin that much.
But she also does not like Kody as a person. Besides this episode, everything she says about him, it's like disdain. Like, I don't know him. I don't want to be around him. Why would I want to hang out with them? Why would I want to be friends with them? Like, I understand you say these things to protect yourself, but Janelle didn't have to leave. She left because she wanted to leave. Mary had to leave because she was just the last leg on this like fucked up trailer.
Janelle, I think, was shamed by her kids and Christine.
Okay,
like,
fair.
Because you're right, he had fucked up. He had divided the family, and he was in fights with her sons because he literally was like, "You guys can't come over. I don't want to hang out with you guys with COVID. Sorry." And then they watched him lie about that.
Kids.
What?
And it's like, what he kept saying, I don't want it to affect my little kids. It's like, why? First of all, why are you only at Robin's house? How did you pick her house to be the house?
Well, because Robin has a tender, so I have to be around her. I can't be going from house to house because I'll infect Robin and the most important people. So no one can do anything, but we will go ahead. We're going to hire a maid. We're going to hire a housekeeper.
Or was it a nanny?
A nanny, yeah, a nanny to take care of.
Robin doesn't work, and for the
during COVID,
yeah,
where everyone's staying home.
Yeah, like, where are you guys going to go where you can't watch your own kid? And you have 3 teenagers in the house that could help. Like, 2 that are insanely responsible. I don't know anything about dating. Just, the whole thing, he chose them. And then poor Robin's kids, you feel bad because those guys just didn't have a good dad, or maybe they do, and we don't know anything about him. And I heard he is like around. And then is launched in this family where the other kids are like, he's choosing you. And they're like, we don't have zero say. And we hate your mom. And they're like, this is our mom. And like, so, and they're like super sheltered. I do feel bad for Robin's kids.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Except for Ari, I don't feel bad for her for some reason. Yeah. So when Christine, so Christine is wearing a purple bodycon dress, and I hate this because she's almost like giving me like the Hailey Bieber like Justin thing, because when she's getting ready, David is wearing like a blue pullover that's like not, I mean, it looks like he's like going to a different situation ever. And I feel like they should be on the same page. But she's like, you look great. I'm like, you're fucking lying again to another man. How many marriages do you have to like just spend your life lying to them for about Christine? It's so stupid. But then we get the meetup where, Christine is with David, and I'm happy for her, and she sits across from Kody. And Kody has like the same opening line where he really feels like in order for him to melt the hearts and of these women, he has to give them what he thinks they've wanted the entire time, which is he wants to give an olive branch of his love, and instead of denying his love, be like, I did love.
And he also wants to say sorry, and no one's allowed to say anything back. There can be no opening, no rebuttal. It's just, I'm sorry, and accept that, and you are free from my grasp over your heart. And it's
Yep.
like, bro, like, this is the guy I'm fucking right now. You know that, right? Like, we got whole married since I left you. And David's
Yeah.
like, what am I doing here? This is awkward as hell. Like, he doesn't feel intimidated by this. He's looking at Kody's skin headband that comes between his bangs and the back part and thinking, like, just, I did it, bro. I shaved the whole thing. Just shave it.
David has in his mind over Kody the fact that David not only is a better, I mean, in his mind, I'm not saying I don't know David's family. So he says that he's a good
I,
father, and we just assume that he is. And I'm not saying he's not, but and surely it feels like he's probably a better father than Kody. But he's like, I'm a better father to your kids. I see your kids more than you. So whatever you're sitting here, buddy, like I'm not going to let you pretend. And I think it's funny because Kody knows that intrinsically, but
yeah.
he cannot stand it, like he can only acquiesce now that he was a victim, that he was angry, and that he, tried to like hold over these women that he didn't love them, which was wrong and or a lie or not nice or not good to say. But he'll only give those, but he won't acquiesce that his kids hate them and there's a reason.
Yeah. Like, and it's not one kid, it's all the
All of them.
kids, all of them except for Robin's, which he gives, like you said, Ari is just hard to feel bad for, but the rest of them, you know. Yeah, I feel like when you don't connect with your own children, you don't call them your children, you call them their children, and then you're still holding on to something from COVID when one of your kids literally, unfortunately, passed away by taking his own like life. You know what I mean? And you
Mm-hmm.
do not register that as being, I need to make a change. Like, I don't want this to happen to one more child of mine. That's not running through your head. You're still thinking about how am I going to please Robin through all of this? Because, like, and so it's just odd. It's just odd. It's just very character telling. I don't think he feels anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what he feels either. Like, other than, but truly, none of this is sincere. So it always feels like he is. I don't know what his action, like his actual action is. It's to get people to like me. He just wants people to think he's, and on a surface level, he just wants people to think that or be okay with him, or think that he's not a bad guy.
And he was super probably likable his whole life. I mean, his job was like just to sell signs, right? For a long time, which is like a business of relations or whatever. And then he's at the church and he was like a good looking dude when he was on that shirt of yours. Like not bad looking for that church. And like it seemed like all the wives were not a little fooled. They were like, he was so different before. But I feel like money and fame and like getting what you want kind of uh, sort of magnifies your real personality. And somehow I think his real personality has come out in the last few years. And
Yeah,
there's no redemption. Like you fix it with your kids. These wives don't give a shit. Like they all say the same thing, fix it with your kids. Even Dave
yeah.
said, well, you really got to fix it with your kid.
Yeah, because it's true. Like this is because what show is like? What do you really want any of these wives that has like 5 fucking kids with you to really forgive you for if you're not doing what they really only care about, which is like you've already like. I feel like every wife in Christine is like, you failed me. There's nothing that you can give me. You failed me. Like, just can you just somehow not fail our children for the next 40 years or
Yeah.
whatever you're alive for? Like, that's what I would care if I had one thing in this whole world, it would be
Yeah.
for you not to make our kids' life even worse than you have.
Like imagine going to a family event, which the only event they could go to together is a funeral. It's you and your wife and her 2 kids and your 2 kids together, and then the entire family feeling weird and separate from you.
Yeah.
Like, how, like, weird is that? And, like, I don't know. He's gotta be messed up inside. He needs therapy, big time.
Yeah,
Why
he
what
does.
if a therapist to come in that's all over, like, Bravo and VH1, that one blonde lady who does every single thing. She should come in and just work on Kody for a while. She really, like, breaks people down. I wish I knew her name.
I bet you anything that they offered that to Kody, and Kody knew intrinsically that would make him look bad. There'd be no way around professionally someone without trying to make him actually take responsibility and accountability. And he feels like everyone's going to gang up on him. So I know he wouldn't. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel like I know Kody
You
Brown
know
so well.
him. Well, here's the thing: is we've invested
He's
so
on
much
my shirt.
time watching him. It's true, and like the thing is, they not a lot happens in every episode. I mean, they really read the same things over and over again. So we have heard so much repetition over the last season because they have to stretch these things out. Like this apology tour is like the biggest thing that's happened this season. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I mean we didn't have a lot because there's literally nothing happening at the farm. Literally, it's just like there's like oh things are slower to move. And then we got Mary's storyline about dating, which was however you feel about that. The best part about Mary dating for me is when they ride electrical bikes because it made me think of the time you and I did, and I was like oh remember when Monique and I were on electrical bikes. We had a lot more fun than Mary and Ron did. Like they even try and give. So Ron is like the guy she met from the matchmaking, and then God bless Jen has like her husband's going through it. So Mary decides to have like a pancake run eggs situation, honey, and she really wanted them eggs to be fried. She really wanted.
I
For
know,
some reason, she thought it'd be really easy for people to just flip an egg on a grill.
versus scramble.
One egg by itself. I don't. She's crazy. Like
When have
in
you
that
ever
moment
been
with the
to a buffet for breakfast where there are fried eggs in that warmer and not scrambled? Like, in what world for the masses are you
yeah.
making fried eggs? Sorry to
It's
interrupt.
easier. No, you're right. But like that's like I feel like probably a perfect example of what Christine had to fucking deal with her whole goddamn life.
No, I think we should do fried. And Christine's just like, I make the eggs for everyone every single day for
Yeah.
breakfast. I know you're trying to do it today, but like, sorry.
Like, sorry, Mary. I just no offense. You have to make what it's probably easy for you to make like a fried egg. You have one child, right? Like, yeah, you just crack two eggs or fucking fried. When you make like a brood, when you make like a bunch of fucking eggs, we just scramble it, bitch. You don't even have to get a separate bowl to scramble it, and you just scramble it in the fucking pan. That's what we do when you like aren't holding on dear life for nothing, you know.
And
And
Mariah was going to Christine's house for breakfast in the morning. Anyways, they were living in one house together at one point. What a nightmare.
I don't want to dead name Mariah, so let's
Oh,
let's call her Leon now.
Leon. But at the
Let's call
time,
her Leon.
yes,
I know,
Leon.
I know.
I meant at the
But yeah,
time. Obviously, Leon.
I know you did. I know. I just want to make sure that
Yeah.
we're on.
Still
Yeah.
the right name.
So basically, the thing about Christine's meeting, like where Janelle, it's like almost like Goldilocks, where it gets a little better. Where Janelle was just like, "Yeah, Kody, thank you so much for doing this. You're so great." And I blink, blink. Christine's like, "What happened? What's happening?" And Kody always tries. Kody has the exact same game plan. Open with shitty, stupid small talk, come in with the "I always loved you," and then like see what happens from there. And he, after that, is like, our love, our journey was poetic. It was sunsets and sometimes sunrises. And she's like, uh-huh. And then he gets into like the crux, which is that I really just want, to release you so you heal. And as she's sitting there, as you said with her husband, she's like, I'm the one that's good, buddy.
Yeah.
You came here. I hate that like I don't understand why he doesn't cognitively understand that, nor anyone, like even Robin was like, just so you know, since you're going there, you run by what you're gonna say for me. And he's like, yeah, I was gonna tell them that I released them from their like turmoil over me. She's like, okay, how about you just say that you fucked up over and over again, because that's the only thing you can probably like remember to do. And he's like, yeah, I'll just keep
Let
saying
him
I
admit
fucked up.
that. You think Robin would let him admit that? I don't think so, because I think she still
You're right.
likes it to be viewed as the wives left the family and they didn't make it work. And we all made this promise, and that
Yeah.
if they just had stuck it out. So I think she almost said to him, like, save face, but also apologize. Or maybe she didn't, because he's like, you can't control that wild beast. I feel like she probably was just like, just say you're really sorry and focus on the apology. Focus on just saying sorry and don't let it go anywhere else. And if they try to bring up the kids, just say, I'm not talking about this right now.
Yeah.
That's her advice, I feel like. Because like, and then whatever he did, because you can't control that man.
There's also a reason why Robin didn't even accompany him to like any place, like even to be like, okay, as a show of support, I'll just go to Vegas with you. I'll let you go downstairs to this, private meeting. And then when you come up, you have me in a private cabana or whatever. Like she does seem to not want to deal with him at all as much as possible.
And
Like,
also,
and so
to look coached. But because
What?
she doesn't want him to look coached because that's what he has looked like the entire time by her. Like controlled and coached. Like this is all on him. And then he's gonna come back and tell her how it goes afterwards. It's like you fucking haven't been talking about it every night before you left.
Yeah.
Janelle went easy, so he thought the next two would be easy, but then he ended up with Mary, which was by far the worst. And by the way, Christine and David inviting him to go like race car driving and then Moab, like, I mean, I get what you were trying to do, but that's just so awkward and weird. And then you shouldn't have been there, Christine. Just let the two guys go.
Yeah, I didn't understand that part. Like, yes, you're right. So this ends like as I said, with her just being like, okay, well, we're just gonna end it now. Christine couldn't wait to leave this meeting. She's like, I think it's good. I think we're good, which is interesting because literally he's going to run away from the Mary meeting so fucking fast. And this meeting, he was like, oh, okay. Now they had, as you said, already had this pre-existing plan that they were going to hang out the next day. So Christine was like, I have to fucking film one more goddamn day with you. Now Christine, who had put on a purple bodycon dress for this outfit for this meetup, the next day she's like back to basics. Maybe you're right. Maybe this is where she's not that sophisticated because she just looks like, I mean, God bless, she's not
He's
on
racing
TV. I mean,
cars.
and
Yeah.
I know. David also just, this is like David's strong suit. So I'm like, yeah, why did we pick where David shines? Like, you
David,
know?
yeah, and the thing is about these women is that I will say from season 1 to season, what are we on, 16?
20.
20, they still don't care about what they wear.
No.
Christine
It's
has tried
actually
a little,
comforting, right?
but Janelle will never give a shit. Like every housewife matures with their show, gets glam, gets new wardrobe, gets set for
Hmm.
reunions. TLC is in a whole other world. They are like, come as you are in your button down, whatever button down that is, because it's always a button down.
Pick an eyebrow shape and then just keep
Draw.
trying.
Just keep drawing that baby in. I mean, I think Robin listened to the comments about her eyebrows because this season they are definitely softer than the painted on
Sperm
confession.
brows. Yeah, Mary's brows have gone through a journey. McKelty's brows have gone through a journey. Like,
Hair brown and give it a chance to heal.
but Mary's also gone through a glow up. I think Mary's glow up is the most significant to me.
Yeah, I will say that her makeup looks so much better.
Yeah.
Her eyes. Anyways, continue.
So sorry, go on. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Go ahead.
Where we were, Christine at the racetrack and David. Is that where we were? Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, and that was what it was. Awkward as hell.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
I think David came in last.
I can't hear you very well, my love. Can you talk a little louder?
I think David came in last.
No, he came in first. Christine came in last.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I looked at the scores.
Oh, I thought I did
He
too.
beat Kody.
Oh.
Christine was like, yes.
Yeah. David got something after that track.
My God, what he got. I mean, he got the BJ of his life that night.
Absolutely. Popped
so many massages. You read the book, right?
Christine's book?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I've only read excerpts. We both should read that book.
Oh God. Okay. What do the excerpts say? Sorry.
Oh, well, Kody required massages before sex, and she stopped giving massages. And then one day Robin was like, hey, Christine, why don't you want to massage Kody anymore? And Christine was like, how the fuck do you know that?
Why don't we talk about this in the show?
I know. What is in the NDA?
That's the juice I want. It's obviously not an NDA if she wrote about it.
Right.
He always wanted massages. We all want massages every day. But like to require it. Like I want a massage every day, but I can't imagine being like part of us having sex is you have to give me a massage.
Yeah. If you want to have sex with me, first 1 hour massage, deep tissue.
I should have been doing that my whole 20s. Because they offered shitty massages anyways. They always do. But I have to be like, for the second and third time, you also have to give that massage, not just the first. Every guy loves massages until they have sex, just so you know. Anyways, continue.
No, I'm assuming that they just want to massage boobs and butt. That's not like, which is fine, like a little glutes, but you have to really get into my traps. I just don't know if they're going to be able to do that. I'm saying. So basically, they do the cars. Christine can't give one fuck. She's like, thank God, that's the one shot I have to do with Kody this time. I can't believe they talked me into 2 goddamn days. It was that was must have been like, it must have been they must have, I don't know, gave them like a per diem in Vegas or something to make that work. But then we get obviously the next okay so that happens, and then that's when Robin then talks to Aurora about relationships and her new boyfriend, and tells her about the burning of the bosom, which we talked about. um and you're right also that Robin does have a lot of asides that do make her POV being that the other wives rag on Kody and keep trying to push him down the drain, like that she is feeding a certain victim complex to him.
Yeah, because I mean, if they're victims together, they have to be victims together because Robin has to be the eternal victim in order for this to work for her. Otherwise, she screwed an entire family that started together and then ended with just her. Like ultimate villain status in this situation, I think.
Yeah, it's Jessica who Ursula turns into in
Oh, is that her
oh,
name?
she will be mine. Like she's kind of like that, kind of a little bit. Is
Yeah,
it
she's
Jessica? Who is Ursula when she turns into the hot version of Ursula? And she
Veronica.
like
Jessica.
Veronica?
Veronica.
Veronica sounds
But it's
good.
even worse than that because she comes in like she is like the most pious, sweetest, doesn't understand anything, just wants to make Sister Wife's closet work. And it's like, bitch, you'd stop trying to make Sister Wife's closet work. Like, none of us want to work together and make this jewelry. And she's like, I need some kind of income. And when she realized that she would not have that as an escape or anything, she was like, I just have to make this, I have to get rid of all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly, one by one. Or you all need to be basement wives and I need to be at the top. I think she hoped they'd all stay. They'd all be basement wives and she would be like the main wife. And it worked because she was. And then, but she didn't anticipate them all leaving, I don't think.
God, I just had an ultimate fucking aha moment.
Let's hear it.
They're all in MLMs. They're all in pyramid schemes because that's basically what the hierarchy of,
Polygamy
like,
is.
yeah, like there's a
You,
top tier status and there's the people that work to give that money their income, and like, they're on the basement, they're always going to be there feeding the top.
yeah. I mean, they always say there's like one wife. It's usually like the first wife that runs all the other wives, like the household, but it can change, I think. And then like how there isn't a hierarchy would be the only way that would work is if none of the wives really care about the husband anymore and they were more just friends and work together without even dealing with him. And I feel like that's more of a rarity in these situations.
Yeah, I think that the jealousy and whatnot. In fact, these women don't really pick to be together, and so if they're not friendly, it's just like being stuck with someone who then also gets jealous of you and weird around you.
A roommate
And
for life that's fucking your husband.
and if they're mean to your kids,
Yeah. You just deal with it. Like, I think they glamorize this idea of this polygamous family that worked, and I think there has never been, like, one that you can see where it worked really well. I think they all come to that realization they don't know a polygamous family that's harmonious like that.
yeah, they try and say that one family, but then on the streets are like that family is all fucked up too. I forgot the name of them. Like there's.
Yeah.
But yes. So basically, let's move on to the final meeting, which is of course Mary. He meets Mary, and Mary is on guard. Her eyes are open and they're blue, and she hates him. And he really tries to start again with small talk, and she can't stomach it. She can't stand it. She's like, don't ask me fucking questions. And he is like, I'm just trying to be friendly. And it's like, you can be friendly without asking a question. And then when someone doesn't want to answer and kind of pushes back, not asking for more details. Like, it's a weird situation because he's like, yeah, how you doing? She's like, good, all good things. He's like, what are the good things specifically? And she's like, I'm not gonna tell you my secrets. If I were, I mean, it would have been really fun just to
Didn't
see if
ask
some
for a
people can go
detour.
back and forth being like, things.
Yeah.
How about you, buddy? How are your good things, like your kids? Talk about that.
Yeah. I feel like she put the hammer on him every time and was like, and as soon as he tried to delve a little deeper, she kind of freaked out on him a little bit, which I'm happy about. I like seeing Mary kind of go off on him and be like, "You don't deserve to know anything about me." Granted, he didn't ask for her deep, dark secrets. He just asked how what things were, what she was referring to in that. And then she's like, "You're not going to shut me down anymore." Like when she really tried to express herself. That was the best part.
Yeah, it was a messy listen, it's a great messy scene. No one's perfect and no one's right. Mary goes in, which feels like she went in with like a narcissistic playbook handbook where she's like, this is what I'm gonna have to deal with. I'm going in with the narcissist. So he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. I'm gonna be on guard. And I'm not saying she's not, I get it. And then he goes in with Cody's ADHD. I'm gonna keep saying forgiveness. And Mary's mad at me. Forgiveness. Mary's mad at me. I'm just here for good vibes, and Mary's, and then she won't allow him to do anything, and so he feels like everything is just like forcefully, like adversarial, and he's like, okay, yeah. And then at the same time, she starts to be like, because he is in a patriarchal world, so he has no problem saying things that my dad says to me that I in my mind I'm like, oh my god, this is so dumb. Or he's like, I just don't want you. I really want you to know that I think it's okay for this and that. And I'm like, well, just so you know, I don't really care how you feel about it. So does that help you? Because if you're trying to help me, I don't. It's like the nice way of being like, it's not my responsibility to deal with how you feel about it. So you don't even have to worry about how I feel. Now, Mary says that, and then she kind of goes back on that, where when he says something, she's like, well, I just want you to know. And he's like, well, it's not my responsibility to know. And so there is kind of like two toddlers who had gone to like a couple of maybe therapy talks and then was like, I'm going to come with what I've learned,
Yes, that's absolutely 100% factual. That is a great way to break it down. That is how it felt. And I feel like for her, she just hates him now. I think she finally flipped to the other side where she can't even like stand him. And so everything is a trigger. And if she tries to talk about it, you saw him try to shut her down. Just be like, "I'm just here to apologize." But you have to elaborate, buddy. Like if I say, "Well, are you apologizing for this?" You can't shut my ass down. And I feel like that's sort of what he just thought he'd come out on top, and he doesn't realize these women don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to understand that. But also it's like, okay, you he's coming with, I want to come to apologize. And what you have to understand is I get to do something as well. I get to show up and say my piece. If you are expecting me to come and hear your piece, then it doesn't that's where like the patriarchal society thing is like, why he doesn't understand that in order for him to have the power and or the privilege and or the right to do what he's doing, which is show up and say something, he has to allow space for them to do the same thing. They're standing there and they get to say something. But the fact that he's like, no, 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 is like, shut the fuck up then.
Yeah.
Like, if you are apologizing in front of me, then I've allowed you to. I'm not talking, I'm not walking away. I'm watching you make noises from your mouth and I'm grinning and bearing it. So
Yeah.
you get that chance too, buddy.
I think he like thought it would be the equivalent of sending a video. Like next time send a video because there's no response. You know what I mean? Just send them something that they can't reply to because that a conversation is not how that works. And the weird thing is they said he was never super patriarchal, even though that's obviously counterintuitive.
They wouldn't even know it. They are.
Exactly. And I think whatever it was got amped up in the last like 6 years with like, I'm supposed to be the head and you're supposed to obey me. Like apparently that was never the rhetoric prior to like Robin.
Trump. I bet, everything is, I don't know. I just feel like obviously we're in an age where a lot of people are saying things that.
Yeah. We're in incel culture rebirth again. So I get it. But yeah, it's obviously he's alone and unhappy. And there's probably a lot of dudes being like, you, that's good for you, bro. Get rid of that fucking like extra weight. You don't need all that shit. And then he talks to his one friend in the episode who he married.
Chris is his name. I was like, oh.
Can you imagine a guy who has 3 women leave him at once doing your marriage ceremony? And how prophetic that might be for your particular marriage.
Right.
Was that guy a polygamist too, or just a friend? Is he a polygamist?
God, I this seems that way, but I don't really know.
It's his first wife, I think, or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly if they're polygamous or
Either
not for
way,
some reason.
either way, don't look good.
No, it doesn't bode well. I'm assuming they are then because like wouldn't because like if he has the power to marry people, wouldn't it have to kind of be like the
No,
specificness of his ordainedness or whatever? Great. I'm sorry.
yeah, I can marry people. I think you can do it online in 5 minutes.
Oh, like Universal Life Church. I mean, I'm a minister.
Why
I can
don't
marry
we
anyone
do
anytime I want.
four co-ministers together?
Yeah, get married by us. It's a fun time.
It would be way more cohesive than this. We'd have a script, we'd have jokes, we'd have
Yeah.
love, we'd have crying, we'd have laughter. It would be great.
Now, what you better show up with is money and good lighting.
Yeah,
Person that's hiring us.
because our outfit's going to be fire.
Hmm.
And
Um.
continue.
So basically, so he is literally just saying the word apology over and over again. I just want to apologize, and she's like, "This doesn't seem real," and he's like, Well, it's not. That's why." She's like, "It doesn't seem like you're being sincere," and he's like, "Yeah, obviously, right?" It
I feel
was
like he just was offended that they wanted to talk. And there's no other way to like offended that they had anything else to say. And then the conversation shut down for the last time when she mentioned his
kids.
kids.
Then he was like, "You know what? I gotta pee. I'm so sorry. I just suddenly pee. I had to pee so bad." And then the video of him running away from Mary has been made a GIF.
I did not know that that had happened, and feel free to send it to me.
I wonder if that GIF literally was like his audition video to be on special forces. Like I can run up a fucking mountain.
I can run from these wives faster than anyone.
Kids, wives, I don't give
Yeah.
a shit. I've,
Just,
I've been running for 20 seasons on TV, buddies.
yes.
Watch the catalog, you know.
Watch me get in this two-seater so fast.
Yeah.
Do you think he still has it or he got rid of it now that he's with Robin?
I think he got rid of it and got a new obnoxious choice.
Yeah, probably.
Obnoxious choice is like a really great thing to like describe him. But this is we can end on this discussion which we've talked about, but let's just finally put the basement baby and hierarchy to bed, because this is where Christine was like, I realized I was a basement wife and I was on the lowest totem pole. Mary's like, and they had done this a lot in the season, which is in lieu of them at all filming together, they'll get the idea from one person and then be able to go back and have interviews where they're like, okay, you know, maybe even show them a clip or be like, or maybe just say the producer, like, so Mary, Christine brought up the fact that she was in the basement. Now, what they don't say is Christine also mentioned that she heard everything. Thoughts, you know,
Yeah.
which we would love to be like, but they're like, well, what do you think about this? And Mary is like, Kody honestly rotated affections until Robin came along.
Yeah.
And Kody also talked a big game of like always having to like always was going to always take care of any wife that he like fucked over, you know, and how like different that was and how he really just threw it all away from Robin. And he seemingly won't even take. I wonder if he knew that if he took responsibility for that, they would hate Robin less.
Yeah, probably. I think it's all for Robin. This entire apology tour is for Robin, driven by Robin, and is to benefit Robin. So Kody takes responsibility and she stops being the reason why everybody hates that part of the family. Because of course they're blaming Robin. They're blaming Robin's children coming in the picture, Robin in general. And it's like Kody is his own man. He made all the decisions. He should shoulder the blame for his choices.
Yeah.
And so like even if like she might be the like under the pulling the strings or whatever, he still is the head of the household. You make those fucking choices. You fell in love with one wife, you never loved the others.
And you didn't have the wherewithal to like to disband everyone or be able to be truthful with everyone in a way that like would allow them to live happily. Your choice was then for only you to live happily and for everyone to just grin and bear it.
And just deal with it. And also you were too much of a fucking pussy to do anything. Too much of a pussy to do anything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm like, I can't. Yeah.
I know I have to talk louder because I don't have my little mic on. But yeah, I think you just couldn't. And I shouldn't use that word only because the pussy is powerful, and I don't want it to equate it with someone like Kody. But that hair is reminiscent of Psalms. But I just feel like he would never, it would be a failure in that church to get rid of those wives. So you just accumulate and just keep shoving them further into the basement or across the street or like in the shed
Public
on
storage, maybe, whatever.
Coyote Pass.
Yeah. Okay. So so as it ends, the streets say that Janelle put up a post that looked like maybe that she was like going off the show, but maybe she just tried to kind of like do that. Janelle tends to write posts with like chat GPT, so they sound a certain way. The options for the next season are the season happens like we did. He goes on an apology tour from the kids. I feel like for some reason I could see him being on Dancing with the Stars, even though I don't know how he would have a female partner because I think that he would pretend that Robin would be upset by it. But then I wonder if the want for fame would put a wedge in between that and allow him to like have a beef with Robin in order to have more fame. Like I wonder all of that, you know?
They just wouldn't do sexy dances.
They would do sex scene dances?
They wouldn't do sexy dances. They would
Sexy
do
dances.
like fun dances. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he would definitely do Dancing with the Stars. I would be shocked if there's another season. I would be shocked.
The way it looks or completely like
Just in general. I think this season is so
funny.
Damn boring and they've all been boring, but there's like nothing left. Like we are wringing this dry because they're not together anymore. So we're really just following individual lives and all their lives are boring.
Yeah, I only think the way they could save it is if they somehow got some of the kids to like let them
The
like
kids are
deal with it. Especially like I said, there are kids in different like, you know, there's so many kids that they have different lives and different like places they're living and like maybe that would be like interesting to watch. Yeah, it's interesting to watch Leon and it's interesting to watch Maddie, you know, like, you know, and if they're all coming together, especially if you can make them all come together. Cause like you don't have to have Robin and Kody film with them, but like it would be amazing if they got all the kids together, like and filmed it all, you know, like yeah, but
and they had I think it was during the funeral, they had a scene where Leon is talking to, I think, Maddie, and they're talking about how they would like to reach out to Robin's kids to like talk to them. Like, I would love to see more scenes with Leon and their partner. I can't remember Leon's partner's name.
Me either.
Anyways.
Not to like be the person that's always telling Reddit news, but people found out that Leon and Maddie do not follow each other on Instagram.
Oh, see, I want to know. I want to know the real relationships and really what it is. And it probably, is because of Maddie's beliefs, which probably, if she is a certain side, would be directly like against everything that Leon is.
Leon is with Aubrey.
Aubrey. Okay, great. Love that.
We are actually at the.
I thought Aubrey transitioned. Am I wrong? I thought they both did. I could have sworn they both did, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know if you know what? I don't know if for some reason I remember Aubrey's name being Aubrey, and I don't remember there ever being a different name. So we should look that up. But Lisa tends to know things.
Yeah,
Lisa's on top. She follows all of them.
Okay. Thank God for Lisa.
I know. All right, that's the end of the apology tour, and we'll find out what happens from here. You know, like, and obviously they take 9 years to shoot one season, but we don't know. We don't know what's gonna if they can make it work. She kept her name when they talk about him. Yeah. I love you so much. You're my favorite person in the world, and you're also my cousin, which is great for me because I didn't have to like get married into someone to like have you in my life. You know, but thankfully your mom got married into my family. You know, I guess my dad's family, so I should say. And then that's how you're here. And that's how I'm here. And that's how we get to be,
Not my
friends.
Family, but your dad's family.
Well, my mom married into our dad's family. It's like, I didn't talk about my mom.
That's fair. Here's the thing. I love you so much. Thanks for having me on. And thanks guys for your patience. It's my first long stream with Chris in a while. So if I stepped on her, I apologize.
No, it'll be easier next time when we have a little mic so I can understand. I can hear you when you're talking. Cause sometimes I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't hear. But other than that, you are the Mo Farah on all your socials, and you have a Substack, right? Or tell me, we just go over where you'd like people to follow you.
Oh yeah, definitely on Instagram, even though mine's private. I will accept it. And on my Substack, my stories are definitely about dating fails, and they will get more cerebral as they go. But the first two are up, and the third one's coming, I think, next week. So enjoy that ridiculousness.
Yeah, and can you believe it's New Year's Eve?
Oh
This
my
is like
God.
how we're ending 2025, where we're like gonna have people go out in the world and have a beautiful 2026, you know?
I love that so much. And just be safe, guys. It's raining in a lot of places. Be careful and like just appreciate what you got going on before going into the next year.
Yes, but also if you are in a situation that is a loveless marriage with a narcissist who clearly loves someone else and is just dragging you down, get this to be the year that you fucking leave. Get out.
Transformation. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, obviously. Yeah. I agree with her on that.
Oh my God, I love it.
I
So
love
I
it.
usually end my lives with two breaths of present breath, and then I'll just uh, and then we do our little like outsee. So the present breath is just hi guys, thank you so much for being here. If you haven't yet, please like this video, please subscribe to this channel. Make sure you tickle my algorithm within a comment after it goes up so that we know that we all enjoy each other here. And I'm sorry I haven't been able to talk to everyone, but obviously Happy New Year. I'm so happy that you spent any time with me, and surely one on a holiday. And Monique appreciates it too. You can follow me at Chris L. Farah on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm kidding. Twitter? My God. It's the second day I've done that, and I haven't said Twitter in so long. I'm sorry, TikTok. It starts with a T. TikTok and Instagram, Chris L. Farah. I have a Substack, Chris Farah, Patreon, Chris Farah. And of course, my podcast on RSS feed is called Vanity Farah. And we are doing 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days on the RSS feed on this YouTube channel. Yesterday, I did a combo episode of The Other Way, so you can watch that. Obviously, today, Sister Wives, so many things, and even more coming. So all of that is happening. Of course, Facebook group Vanity Fair, and please like my page on Vanity Fair. I try and always post in there and on Patreon before I'm going to go live. Although your girl tries to do what she can do, and sometimes a little messy. That's what life is. All right, two breaths because we're all in this room experiencing this moment together, and I'm so grateful you decided to do this too. So just to bring us all here. One rehearsal breath and one present breath together. Ready? Blow it all out. Blow it out. My gosh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here and being with me and hearing this voice and just allowing yourself to be together with these people and me, 13 Monique, all in one room at 3:28 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. One more. What a gift. Okay. Take care of yourselves and one another. Stand up for what you believe and make art. Happy New Year and be safe. All right. I'll talk to you later. Night.
Bye.